AAMplify, a podcast series by the Association for Accounting Marketing. I'm Jessica James, a marketing manager with Webster Rogers, and your host for today's session. Joining me today is Mark McIntosh. Mark is the founder and CEO of RevGrow, a LinkedIn marketing and lead generation firm. Welcome, Mark.
Hey, thanks, Jessica. Appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. We're happy to have you. Today, we're going to be talking about using LinkedIn to generate leads. So let's start off by discussing why LinkedIn is an effective lead generation tool.
Well, there are a lot of reasons it's effective. A few things come to mind right off the top. One is the ability to build your professional brand and establish thought leadership. You know, from the photo, creating a compelling customer-focused headline, and being able to create a customer-centric summary that really touches on the problems you solve and what your firm is like to work with, and also being able to, I like LinkedIn where you can add rich media to showcase your experience, you know, things like images and videos and slide decks. And I also like LinkedIn. You can add a personal touch to it and include your skills and hobbies and interests and voluntary experience. So really building your professional brand and establishing thought leadership. You know, probably the second thing is why it's really effective is to be able to identify and connect with target prospects. Mm-hmm. You know, you can use keywords and advanced search fields to really hyper-target and narrow your search based on titles, specific industries, keywords, geography, number of employees, things like that. So that's very helpful. The other thing I like is there's a lot of very useful information about individuals and companies, common connections, groups they belong to, where they went to school, where they used to work, as well as news and trigger events about their company. So all of this is very good information that is out at your fingertips. The other thing I really like about LinkedIn is the ability to send personalized messages. Mm-hmm. I think it really helps with building the know, like, and trust factor and doing it in a very non-salesy and personal way to where you can mention something, maybe a recent update on their feed, or mention some common interests that you share. So really being able to personalize and target the messaging. The other thing that makes LinkedIn a great lead generation tool is being able to offer value and engage with prospects with insights as well as content. As far as content goes, it can be your original content, your firm's content, or even high-quality curated content. But being able to source and share valuable information and insights is really a useful thing with LinkedIn, and really helps position users as the trusted advisor in their field, and just adding value along the way as opposed to selling someone. Or so there's ways you can do this. You can do it through your feed, through the LinkedIn groups, through the firm's page, or as I mentioned earlier, through direct messaging. LinkedIn offers LinkedIn Pulse, which is their blogging format, where firm leaders can discuss key issues that are impacting your clients and problems you solve and how your firm goes about solving these problems. So those are really good. LinkedIn's also very useful in staying in the know by following sources of best practice, knowledge, industry influencers, consultants, as well as your competition. So, and I also like the ongoing engagement and top of mind awareness. And there's just several ways to follow up and add value and build the relationship with your prospects that aren't available on other platforms. So those are just some of the things I like about using lead generation or LinkedIn as a lead generation tool.
And you spoke specifically to how it can affect accounting firms. And I think not only is it great for lead generation, but for that trusted advisor and that thought leadership is important. So I'm glad that you touched on that. What would you say your biggest success story has been by using LinkedIn in this strategic way?
Well, personally, I've had quite a few successes. I've been an avid user of LinkedIn as a business development outreach tool for over 10 years now. And several of my client relationships were initiated on LinkedIn. Just last week, I identified, I saw somebody I went to college with, and she's works for a company down in Austin, and I reached out to her to connect, and just so happens that they have some lead generation needs, and we're looking to sign on with them and begin doing work for them. So that's just one example of several. For our clients, we provide LinkedIn marketing and lead generation. And again, there's several instances where, those initial contacts were made on LinkedIn. And if the connection request or the message was not sent, they would not have become clients. So there's just several examples of ways we've been able to grow and help our clients grow by using LinkedIn specifically.
It's a great way to get your foot in the door, it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely. And just do it in a very respectful and non-salesy manner. Mm-hmm. And very, very effective.
Well, do you have any other tips or tricks that you'd like to share with the group?
Probably the biggest thing is just to do it. Get out there, and even if it's just an hour a week, spend time looking for people to connect with, and looking for ways to engage with others on LinkedIn, and sharing content that is relevant to your target audience. And one big thing I'm a firm believer in, and LinkedIn helps with this a lot, is getting the initial appointment with your prospects is important, but I'm a firm believer that what happens after that appointment and throughout the entire sales cycle really makes a difference and can help differentiate you from all your competitors out there. So, look for ways to continue to add value and build the relationship and remain top of mind throughout the entire sales cycle. And LinkedIn has a lot of ways and opportunities to do that.
All right. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. You've shared a lot of great information on utilizing LinkedIn strategically for prospecting and lead generation.
That sounds good. Thanks for having me, Jessica.
You're welcome. Well, this wraps up another episode of Amplify. Please watch for another podcast from the Association for Accounting Marketing next month. And always remember to aim high.
Listening, we're always aiming.